All right, everybody, welcome back to On the Radar with Rain, where we break down stories making new noise across the culture, news, and the internet. And tonight, I got a few things to talk about. A terrifying plane crash during the Idaho Air Show. Three teens now connected to a shocking shooting spree in Austin, Texas. And in DC, a viral video showing absolute chaos inside the Navy Yard Chipotle. Chipotle? How you say Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Chipotle has people once asking again, are cities losing control of juvenile crime? So let's get into it. I'm going to start in Idaho, where what was supposed to be a family-friendly air show turned into a terrifying moment in the sky. Two new U.S. Navy fighter jets reportedly, let me slow myself down, collided during the Gunfighter Skies air show at Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho on Sunday. Officials say the aircraft, identified as EA-18G Growler jets, crashed after a mid-air collision during the performance. So the good news in all of this is that all four of the crew members ejected safely. And if you've seen the video circulating online, it's absolutely dramatic. You can literally see parachutes opening in the sky as smoke rises below. Witnesses say the crowd went from excitement to complete panic in seconds. The base was temporarily locked down as emergency crews responded, and investigators are now trying to determine what caused the collision. Was it mechanical failure, human error, weather? So officials are saying right now it's still under investigation.
All right, let's get
National news tonight. The Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho is on lockdown tonight after two jets collided during an air show earlier Sunday. You can see in this video the two jets collide in midair, followed by a plume of black smoke. All four crew members ejected safely, fortunately, and no one at the base was hurt. The event was canceled immediately. The Mountain Home Police Department says the crash is now under investigation. National news tonight.
So I should have gotten an update, but I didn't get an update on that. So I have to bring it on Sunday if anything comes down to see what really happened. I don't know what may have happened. It looked like they probably got misaligned in the air and tangled up.
Yeah, very. This happens a lot, guys. I don't know if you guys get an opportunity to actually watch I think it was either Hulu or Netflix has the air show on the Blue Angels documentary. Very, very unique, man. This stuff happens a lot more than we think. It goes through all the training of the Blue Angels and like what they actually have to expect. And like it goes over the death of a few people who lost their lives from doing just the training in the aerial training. So I would highly encourage people to really look into this, man. It sounds crazy, but this is why all this stuff is so important, man, when it comes to like who we got behind these planes. I'm talking about even big airlines, man. So prayers to the families, man. You said you didn't know if anybody. It looks like they all got out, though, huh?
They all got out, but I don't know if it's like an update into the investigation as the cause of what happened.
Yeah. So, yeah, good story. I'm gonna have to send you another story about what happened in the military. You probably seen it. You just haven't talked about it yet.
I think I may know, but okay. Because I was going to cover it, but then I got sidetracked with everything else going on.
Security forces.
Yes.
Yep. We're gonna do it. We got you.
Yeah. So, did you have anything for a plug? I'm sorry. No, you good? Okay.
I was unaware.
You was unaware. You didn't know.
He's so stupid.
Now you know.
I stay out the way, man. I don't want nothing that's gonna bring my vibrations down. Man.
Oh yeah.
Because you know my conspiracy mind get to running and I start thinking like everybody suspect.
He said rain at Southern White. Yeah. Like Southern made donuts in Louisiana.
Southern Belle. Georgia all day, every day.
Here's the prayers. Welcome to the chat, bro.
Welcome in. Make sure you hit subscribe and go over to our other pages too, Soft Rain and Uncle Plug TV, and hit subscribe as well. You'll find our content interesting, I'm pretty sure. So moving on to story number 2. In Austin, Texas, because This is crazy to me. Police say 3 teenagers are now tied to a series of shootings that happened across Austin, leaving at least 4 people injured and an entire neighborhood on edge. Authorities say the shootings appeared random, and that's the scary part. So, according to police, the violence stretched across multiple locations throughout the city over the weekend. Some of those shootings even targeted fire stations, and investigators say the suspects may have been connected to stolen vehicles as well. At one point, residents in parts of South Austin were being told to stay alert as officers search for suspects. And where this conversation gets bigger is that these are teenagers. And we keep seeing this trend across the country. And as a matter of fact, I got a show in mind coming up. So y'all keep your eyes open for that with these teenage takeovers and whatnot, these city takeovers. And we keep seeing this trend across the country, younger people becoming involved in more serious crimes, more firearms, and more violent situations. So the question really is, what is driving all this? Is it lack of supervision, social media influence, access to guns, mental health, maybe even? So what you got for us over on that? Can you roll the clips?
In Austin, that city's shaken up by a dozen shootings, 12 of them all this weekend, all of them believed to be committed by one group. Within the past hour, we have learned those suspects are now in custody, and they include 2 teenagers. Our Bracela Holguin joins us live now. She's in Dallas. She's been watching this. We know several of these young people we know are now in custody, and police really concerned about the victims also here with everything that happened in Austin. Bracela?
Yeah, Steve, and police say it was difficult for them to connect these incidents because of how random they were. The fact that the suspects constantly changed cars, and not to mention that the shooting spree technically started on Saturday, with the suspects continuing things today. Police confirmed 4 people were injured. They say one of the victims suffered life-threatening injuries. Now, 2 of the suspects are just 15 and 17 years old. We're still waiting for information on that 3rd suspect who was just arrested within the last hour.
We had buildings, apartments that were shot into, 2 fire stations, 2 separate fire stations that were fired into.
Austin police have arrested 3 people in connection to 12 separate shootings. The first one taking place at a fire station Saturday afternoon, just after 3:30.
We had one cam that was up that actually captured one of the shootings in front of a store where 2 people were shot. A woman sitting there, standing there talking to someone, and they drive by and they shoot out their window.
Austin Police Chief Elisa Davis said the incidents took place in south and east areas of Austin. Investigators say the teens stole 4 cars, and because they were constantly changing vehicles, it was difficult to connect the cases at first, but they started picking up on the similarities.
Yeah, so once all those calls came in on Saturday, they stopped for a while. And so I don't know if they at that point decided to go get some sleep, what happened, but then it picked back up at after 8 o'clock this morning when a man walking his dog was struck in the back.
A shelter-in-place alert went out, causing panic across the county.
Very nervous to go out. You never know who's out there. You never know what people are thinking, what they got planned. Everybody's got problems, but man, that's not the way to solve it.
The suspects were eventually spotted Sunday afternoon in the city of Manor.
They made that traffic stop on that vehicle that we put out, the white Kia, and they made the stop. The subjects got out and ran, and they were apprehended. 2 of the people were apprehended. At this point, there may be a 3rd involved.
At this hour, the motive behind these shootings is unknown.
I don't know what a motive is. I don't know what motive would drive anybody to come and drive around senselessly in the city and in multiple parts of the city shooting.
The chief went on to say that with the 2 minors being underage, they cannot interview them, but says that they will be processed and taken to a juvenile detention center. We'll keep you updated with this story, but for now, reporting live from Dallas, Bracela Holguin, CBS News Tech.
So I'm just out walking my dog, and I just get shot in the back randomly. Just, that's wild. That is crazy. You got anything, Plug? I seen your eyes get big.
Yo, it's
15,
summertime.
17.
It's summertime, and these kids are just out of control.
It's
man.
hot already.
You know what I mean, man? Like what, man? Some summer programs, some summer jobs. Put some money in their pocket, something. I don't know what's wrong with these kids, man. The boys say, man, guns and drugs been a problem since the Black Panthers. You know what I mean? Like, I feel you, bro. Like, man, this crime is just out of control, bro. Like, these kids, they getting younger and younger and younger. I don't know what to say or what to do about this, bro. Pray for the nation. Pray for the youth.
What you got, so?
It's y'all fault, Rain.
Damn.
The mamas?
I'm talking about women in general.
Women in general?
I was just looking at the stats. It's not high, but women make up about 8% of the police force across the 50 states. That's actually very high compared to where we used to be. Y'all used to be around 2%. I don't know if y'all have noticed the trends even in DC with the mayor, that female governor, and all that stuff and the mayor, there's all that stuff that's been going on. A lot of women have been put into a lot of authoritative positions, and you're starting to see crime get more and more intense. I think it kind of goes back to what Tristan was saying, right? Like bring scare straight back and all that stuff. I think women have more of a nurturing personality.
Absolutely.
Y'all want to bring more, kind of what Plug was talking about, some back to school programs, and let's feed the children. No, let's get these niggas and these folks off the streets. Clean them up, throw them away, man.
When they get behind that cage, boy, they gonna realize what it really is, man. They gonna see what it really is. They gonna really understand that the severity of their issue and the severity of their problem when they locked away for some years and get out and be grown.
Hey, shout out to Trisha, man. And we called this at the No Middle, man. We did a whole series about the youth needs us. He said, "Mama working so hard to prove she don't need a man. Meanwhile, her son's out there taking lives for real, for real." Yeah. We just kind of messing with y'all, Rain. But I'm just saying, like, literally, if you started to, I would love for us to start keeping up with the trends of every story we do. Can we start finding out who's in charge of those cities? And I would love to see, does it really display what we're seeing?
The correlation between crime rates and the leadership.
Because I think women are more nurturing. They're trying to create more programs that helps out everyone. But I think we have to get back to the old school ways of scare straight, for real. I think they did a lot. He said instead of kid games, we skipping dads because they're not in the home. Don't think that plays a part. Don't think that plays a part.
He's asking, does that play a part with the kids' dads not being?
Yeah. We covered that here on No Middle, man. We did a whole series. So I told everybody it was the men. The men got to step up, dog.
They gotta be present. You ain't lying, bro.
Yeah, I know we joke and laugh about women this and that. No, it's up to us. Like, only we can change that. For real.
They said I was pandering when I said what I said. I'm telling you, man. Hey, when I explained it to the young man why things are going the way it is, I say, bro, it's us, man. It's us, man, because we really are short-tempered. We're too emotional as men. We too in our feelings. We let too many things bother us instead of staying focused on the goal. Trying to lead properly, man. Be like, man, like, it starts with us. At the end of the day, we can blame her all we want to, but at the end of the day, it starts with us. Everything starts with us.
Yeah.
And it's got to finish with us standing at the top of the mountain, man. We got to get back to being men. We got to stop being metrosexuals. We got to stop being so into this, that, and the third, and be more. The two most important titles that you can hold as a man is a husband and a father. Those are two important titles, man. Those are two very important titles.
But you know what's crazy, Plug? And sorry to get on the tangent, Ray. I know this but looks like what Plug was saying, when you think about like the whole metrosexual lifestyle, you look at Cam Newton, for instance, right? We're going to be covering him tonight, how he dresses and how fashion has become this big icon. You think about Stephon Diggs, how he dresses, and like our black kids, because I'm speaking for the black kids, can't speak for any other race. The black kids are now being raised to be what? Athletes. So when you raise a kid to be what they see, it creates what they see, right? So you are going to create like a softer generation, right? They are going to want to have the tote bag, and we've seen them for the proms this year, right? Suits so tight, they want to spread money across their arm for the prom night, and like we really are creating the thing that we're saying we're trying to avoid. But our black kids only look up to athletes, which we're going to talk about this night, but it's just a very unique thing, right? It's like the one thing that can get the kid out the hood. Now, just don't get them out the hood. It changes their whole lifestyle.
Yeah, and make them comfortable.
So you're giving them $2 or $3 million in college in the NIL. You know what I mean? Like it's just crazy. Man, we're gonna have to do a series, y'all. We're gonna do another series about this, man. I think it's so much. You bringing us some great stories, Rain. Like it's so much a common that goes into this stuff, man. It's like a melting pot of problems. He said, I'm ready to come to the South. Give me a blick is over. Hey, he said, I agree there's accountability for us. Richard said, I don't know about anywhere else, but boys in Chicago mature
fast as hell.
Yeah, but Richard, that's a problem too, man. I was seeing that when I was out in DC. Yeah. I'm watching little 5 and 6 year old boys walking their sisters home from school. Like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like the things that we used to praise, like the latchkey, latchkey kids and all that. That stuff that we praised in the old day, it was safer back then. Gangs wasn't trying to get your kids on the streets, and now kids are being easily influenced by those moments where parents are not present. Yeah. Back in the days, OGs didn't touch kids. They allow kids to be kids, go play your sports, get home, help your mom and them carry groceries in the house. Our me and Plug era is done. Like after us, it's over. Like
because we moved, bro.
But the kids were being kids back then too. They weren't out here being grown either.
Yeah, well, we was, but there was a comfortable median of respect. Yeah, and now it's like the ones that knew better, we moved away. You know what I'm saying? Like we moved away. And now instead of being you know what I'm saying, the pillar in the community, now we just the niggas down the street because like we done moved away from that in the suburbs. I'm guilty of it myself. You know what I mean? That's why I use my chair to speak to my young black men and white men and Spanish guys to get them the game and understand, like, bro, this is bigger than you, and you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready. And if you don't tell them from 15 to 23 when they start having these kids, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have some emotional men, you know, fussing with emotional women, creating emotionless kids, dealing with abandonment issues and all that, man. Yeah. For real.
Sorry, Rain.
No, it's okay. Hey, I got one more about the teens too. So
Greg said, man.
Yeah. Nez, I'm in Alabama, but raised in Georgia. If that answers your question. Thank you, Tristan and Scope, for the lookout on that. Getting that person up out here too. So finally tonight, I have a video that has a lot of people in DC shaking their heads. So there's a viral video out of the Navy Yard in Washington, DC, and maybe Souls can tell exactly where that is. It shows complete chaos breaking out inside a Chipotle restaurant. So we're talking about fights, chairs being thrown, families trapped inside, and terrified customers trying to get out of the way as teenagers reportedly turned the restaurant into what looked like a complete disorder. So, and this isn't happening in a vacuum. DC has already been dealing with concerns over so-called teen takeovers, where a large group of juveniles gather in public places and situations quickly spiral out of control. Officials say Navy Yard has become one of the city's hotspots for these incidents. Prosecutors are even discussing whether parents should be held accountable when minors repeatedly end up involved in violent incidents. That idea has sparked major debate. Some people say yes, parents need accountability. Others say punishment alone won't solve the bigger issue. But the reality is, when families can't comfortably, when they cannot dine in comfort, when they can't come out here and eat without something going on, without chaos breaking out around them. So what is it? You know, do we have a juvenile crime problem, or do we have an accountability problem?
I don't think they understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and run it.
In DC's Navy Yard neighborhood, our cameras were rolling as a fight broke out inside the Chipotle, where you can see chairs being thrown around. Our Christian Flores is there in the Navy Yard tonight with details about this new disturbing incident.
It was a chaotic scene in Navy Yard Saturday night. First, you had what appeared to be a large gathering of juveniles out here. Then, just across the street, our cameras were rolling as an all-out brawl broke out inside this Chipotle. And now this is the first test to see if the city's top prosecutor will go after the parents of any juveniles involved. 7 News' cameras captured this melee inside the Navy Yard Chipotle. We've highlighted where you can see chairs flying as bystanders peer through the window. And then the aftermath, furniture scattered across the floor as officers respond.
I actually come to this Chipotle at least 3 or 4 times a week. So thankfully, I didn't come here last night.
Just across the street, we also saw police chasing and arresting someone among a large gathering.
It's not shocking anymore since this has become routine on Saturdays and Friday nights, but it's disappointing to know that this is still happening.
All of this comes just a day after U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Janine Pirro, gave this stern warning.
Starting today, my office will aggressively prosecute parents under D.C.'s curfew law. It involves contributing to the delinquency of a minor. This statute makes it unlawful for an adult to enable, facilitate, or permit a minor to engage in delinquent acts.
The emergency order allowing MPD to establish juvenile curfew zones has expired. This means the chief did not have the ability to create an earlier curfew that bans juveniles from gathering in groups of 9 or more when all of this unfolded. While community members remain unsettled by this eyebrow-raising footage, they're pleading for accountability.
It's really puzzling to me because there's nothing here for adolescents or teenagers. So I understand that DC is taking steps and measures to involve youth in different programs, but I really think people's parents need to get more involved in understanding where their children are.
We've reached out.
So y'all seen it, right? Y'all seen it right there. Y'all seen who's running that charge, who's leading that. It's a female. Not to be rude, but she's been there for years. I lived in DC for 5, so I just moved. So like she's been there. Like she's been there when everything's been going on. The Navy Yard is so funny because I used to always tell people when I was down in the Navy Yard, once I seen one niglet in a black hoodie, it was time for me to go. Getting on the subway, time for us to go back home, big dog. Because because in DC, and this is like this in every state, but like in DC, it's certain areas where you can look around and someone will look out of pocket. Like it's not one of those like, oh, it's a melting pot. Like, no, you turn to your right in the Navy Yard and you see 3 black kids, pants tight, sagging with a black hoodie. It's time to go. Like they don't live in it. You can't even afford to eat in the Navy Yard. Like it's you see what I mean? Like it's just one of those things. The Navy Yard, Old Town Alexandria, Annapolis. I mean, everywhere you want to go. Like it's certain places. Once you've seen them, you already. And it's so crazy, man. Because I was just in DC Saturday, and I'm so glad I didn't go down to the Navy Yard. So glad I didn't go down to the Navy Yard. But was in downtown DC. But like this is crazy, man. It's been like that since I got there in 2020 during the pandemic. And ever since then, man, it's been rampant out there. And it's just people are starting to move where the money is going. Like it's no longer like bad things happen in bad communities. No, the bad things are coming to the supposedly good communities. Like, and it's kind of like what Plug said, you do move out from it, but now they're coming to you. So it's super crazy.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all something. It was a bunch of kids right outside my neighborhood. And my neighborhood is super quiet. I mean, super quiet. I can hear the train when they ride on the tracks, and it's a quarter mile away from me. I can hear the train. And I saw them outside, and I just rolled my window down when I rolled by and just said, hey, man, hey, don't do it out here. Whatever y'all plan on doing, don't do it out here, man. Go on, slide on over there, man. Get off Front Street. Like, go on here. Like, because I'm telling you, man, when they start driving laws in here, they is not going to play by, them quiet sectors. And they going to learn. They 15, 16 now. When they start holding y'all for a year, 2 or 3, until you get grown, get of age, and they start smacking you with them charges, and they're going to hit you with 10, 15, 20, you going to know. When you get out when you're grown, boy, be like Ricky Bobby. I see you when you're grown, Ricky.
Like, it's crazy, man. It's sad, man. Like, it's really sad. And it's like, you talk to the wrong person, they're going to blame it on the white man. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Like, everything goes back to the white man. Everything goes back to slavery. Everything goes back. It's like, nah, bro. Like, you can't continue to act like animals and not want to be treated accordingly. Like, that's not how the world works. That's not how the world operates. Like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? And it's going to be these parents getting upset, wanting to protest because they ain't at home watching their kids anyway, and it's kids raising kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It ain't no more OGs now, 20 years old. your new OG, 20 years old. Like,
don't know nothing
at all.
Don't know nothing.
Yep. Into Deep. Shout out Into Deep, man, in the chat, man. He said he got a 2 YN minimum. I don't blame you, big dog. Great show, right?
All right, my raindrops. I want to hear from y'all. If you're catching this on the rewatch, which story stood out the most? The Idaho air show crash, the Austin shooting, teen shooting spree, or the chaos inside the Navy Yard Chipotle. Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're catching this on the rewatch, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe, because around here, I just don't talk about what happened. We talk about what it really means. So this has been On the Radar with Rain. And to the new people, if y'all want to catch the extended version of something like this, join me on Sundays at 7 p.m. for the weekly Rain Report, where I go over the top news of the week and just discuss it, see what's going on around the country and the world. So this has been On the Radar with Rain, and I'll see y'all on the next one.